What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the latest episode of the Legislative Director, talking about legislative things, coming to us live from an undisclosed beach. Legislative Director Ambre Marr, stuck in the office, grinding it out still. Legislative Director Tomcsi. Ambre, it looks lovely where you are.
Thanks. There's like a warm breeze. I mean, I'm just really enjoying just some days in the sun. I needed that after the first half of session, you know?
It's halftime. Your toes are in the sand, but yet you took some time away. Still do this show. And that just shows the dedication of the people at home about how much you love the show and you love them because you still wanted to give them an update, even though it's halftime and you're on vacation. Oh,
yeah. We've got to get the information out there.
We appreciate your dedication. Speaking on behalf of everybody who's watching. We appreciate.
Thanks. I'm sorry you couldn't join me.
I know. I'm bummed out about it too.
Yeah.
Would have been a good time. And you know, sun would be nice because it doesn't seem to be coming out very often around these parts right now. So Ambre, thank you again for being here.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
It's halftime, which means the General Assembly is taking a couple of days off. We are recording this on the usual Thursday. It is Thursday, right? Is it Thursday? It's Thursday.
What is today? Yes, today is Thursday.
Yes, it's Thursday. We're recording this on a Thursday.
One more day that we have before we get back into action next week on Monday.
So it's a brief break from our friends at the State House, and then back at it again on Monday. So we would like to just take this opportunity to update you on where things are on the legislation that we're following, that we've been talking about. And we're going to go through them quick so Ambre can get back to her drink with a little umbrella in it. And then do what one does when they're on a beach and on vacation. We're going to do that. And then at the end, we got a little special fun clip for you that we recorded, and I'll give you a little rundown on that as we get closer to the end. So Ambre, like I said, let's not spend a lot of time on it. This is vacation time. I don't want to, you know,
hold on, can we pause for a minute?
What's that?
I love that your name says JT.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, right? You know,
it's just really fun.
Just switching it up a little bit.
I like it. Okay.
And I probably should put like legislative director, not legislative director, but people know who we are.
Yeah, they do.
It's not where we got code names or anything. We're not doing espionage. We're just legislative work. So Ambre,
yes. Okay.
What's the first bill we want to talk about?
Let's start with House Bill 1004.
Okay.
13th check. Yes. I don't know that we brought this up yet, or maybe we have. I'm losing track of what we're talking about, what we haven't. But this provides a 13th check for certain members, participants, or beneficiaries, especially for the Indiana State Teachers Retirement Fund, Indiana Public Employees Retirement Fund, State Excise to the Police, gaming, all of that. That was a huge discussion, controversy, et cetera, last session when this bill did not go through. So it is moving. It passed out of the House, and I'm looking to make sure I can tell you 97-0, and it is on its way to the Senate. So hopefully this year we can get this through.
Love it.
Okay.
What's next?
Next up, House Bill 1068. It is unlicensed real estate solicitors bill I'm sorry. Can we go back really fast?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm sorry. I forgot to mention that House Bill 1004 is authored by Representative Cherry. So wanted to say thank you for him shepherding that again through session this year. It is his last session, but just wanted to...
Little farewell, 13th check.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Got to get it through the Senate. Okay. Back to 1068.
There we go.
Unlicensed real estate solicitors, Representative Clear is the author of this bill, and wanted to make sure that we said his co-authors are Representative Jeter and Representative Tor. This particular bill we've spent a lot of time discussing. A lot of Hoosiers have been impacted by this predatory practice, sometimes that we refer to as wholesaling, in which homeowners are convinced to sell their property for significantly lower than what their market value price actually is. So, and it adds some disclosure requirements, transparency, et cetera, for individuals that are preying on aging Hoosiers or just Hoosiers in general across the state using this method. It's the quick cash, like you're getting text messages like, will you be willing to sell your home for cash, and all of that stuff. I'm sure everyone knows what we're talking about. So that is moving 94-0, passed out of the House. Moving on to the Senate.
Awesome. Next up.
House Bill 1222. It is the residential real estate service agreements. And
we worked a little bit on this on our coffee cart.
Oh, yes. Yes. So this is another kind of scheme around housing. It's where homeowners have fallen victim to a deceptive real estate practice that adds cost, complexity, and barriers to transferring or financing their property. Basically, again, it's a quick cash marketing technique used by out-of-state companies where a Hoosier is given a nominal fee up front in exchange for a 40-year agreement for future services. This can cloud the title. It puts not only the individual that signs the contract, but people after them, so family members, et cetera, that they are still held to this contract. It is really terrible. So we are obviously supportive of passing this bill to prevent this practice, and it has passed the House 94-0, so moving to the Senate.
A lot of big numbers of 90 something to 0. We like to see it.
That's exciting, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I jumped the gun and just put
I didn't see you. Sorry. The sun is so bright and my glasses are so dark.
Like I can't even believe you can see the screen right now with those things. So I'll just jump in here because it's the SB5, which is the lead water line replacement and lead remediation. For those of you that this was one of the first bills we kind of got in the mix on during this session, replacing some lead water lines and giving the utilities the water utilities a tool by which to get those replaced after a certain amount of notification, and making sure those landowners or property owners that are not being responsive to these requests to get enrolled in the lead line replacement program gives the utility a tool to replace those. So yeah, I have to, let me see. Let me look at and that passed out of the Senate 49-0. So another unanimous vote, if you will.
And it's moving on to the House.
Yep.
Great.
Okay, what's next?
Senate Bill 10.
Gotta get back to that beach. Doing well here.
Yes, I have lots of plans today. So
big plans. Big plans.
Most of it just relaxing. Okay, Senate Bill 10. This is the Community Cares Initiative Grant Pilot Program. This establishes this fund for the purpose of assisting in costs of starting or expanding, as we've talked about, mobile integrated healthcare programs and mobile crisis teams. So this is around mental health and anyone that already has an existing program or a community that would like to start a program specifically aimed at mental health with mobile integrated healthcare programs can apply to this fund and get some funding to do that. So we are very supportive of this. Again, this came out of Noblesville, and Mayor Jensen, who is already and has run a mobile integrated healthcare mental health in his community. And so we are trying to find some sustainability options for these types of programs, as we have continued to talk about. So this is just one piece to that puzzle, and it passed out of the Senate. I know it was unanimous. I just don't know how many people were there to vote on it. I'm sorry. I don't know why that's not coming up here.
Let me see what I got here. I have better technology where I am. Faster internet and whatnot. So it passed out 48-0.
Thank you. 48-0.
Sure.
Moving right along over to the House. We're very excited. Again, another unanimous vote.
Yep. Love it. What's next?
Yes.
This one we don't love.
No, we do not love it at all. Okay. Senate Bill 52, it's the prohibition on use of dedicated lanes. Again, while the title is prohibition, it is actually a moratorium. Again, it contains a moratorium on dedicated lanes for at least a year with a study to review the ins and outs of what are the positives of dedicated lanes and maybe what are the negatives. So we are not supportive of this bill. Again, that is the piece that we are not supportive of. The other piece that is in this bill is the no turn on red moratorium on signs for here in Marion County. As we talked about, Senator Freeman had a separate bill for that, but worked with the city of Indianapolis and kind of came up with a compromise for now, which is all of the current signs can stay, but in this bill, the moratorium is on any new ones being hung up. And so then there's also a study attached to that saying the pros and cons of no turn on red. So both of those items are in this bill. We are not excited that it is moving. This could dismantle the entire transportation system here in Indianapolis and the Blue Line, as well as tie the hands of other transportation providers across the state that we're looking at using dedicated lanes. I believe that is, and I don't want to leave anybody out, but Fort Wayne, Bloomington, possibly Gary. I might be, did I say that wrong? JT?
No, I think you're correct. I think you're correct on those. And the issue being that it is this moratorium delays plans and delays projects and the applying for federal grants and whatnot, money that's already been kind of awarded, and it just becomes a big mess and really impacts Indianapolis in particular with that Blue Line, as you mentioned. It's not great.
No, it's not great. And if this is something that you're willing to engage on, anyone who is watching, we would love for you to email your legislator. This passed out of the Senate 35-14. So individuals that are now going to be hearing about it and voting on it will be individuals in the House, or legislators in the House. So let's see. I wanted to make sure we said it is going to the Transportation Committee in the House, and that is Chairman Pressel. So just wanted to make sure that it did get assigned to a committee either yesterday or the day before. I'm losing track of my days at this point, but we were waiting for that to kind of know who to talk to. So that is where we are going to sort of, put our efforts. We're going to talk with legislators that are on that committee and make sure that we have everyone sending emails and calls into their legislators.
Yes, please do so. If your representative is on the Roads and Transportation Committee in the House, give them a call, shoot them an email.
And even if they're not, give them a call.
Give them a call, shoot them an email.
Because eventually they will be hearing, they have either heard about it or will be dealing with it. And so absolutely.
Awesome. I mean, the bill's not awesome, but the efforts to stop it are awesome.
Yes.
So keep at it, people. What's
absolutely.
Next?
Okay. We're going to skip ahead on.
Okay.
We'll come back to some of these other ones that I might want to do a deeper dive on that we haven't talked about before. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine.
Senate Bill.
You're on vacation. Do what you want.
I feel like, people are calling my name. I gotta
I think I hear the faint sound of steel drums in the background.
Okay. Senate Bill 142.
Okay.
Coverage for mobile integrated healthcare services. We are very excited that this is also moving. This pertains to mobile integrated healthcare programs again, and it is a pilot, hopefully, where that encompasses the mobile integrated health program in Crawfordsville, Monticello, and Muncie. And we are looking to gather some data, but also hoping that we can see what these programs are actually doing for these communities and aging Hoosiers. This would allow a mobile integrated healthcare program to bill commercial or private insurance outside of a 911 call. I know we are sort of like a broken record when we say this, but we want to get ahead of a crisis. So preventative measures versus reactive. And so we are seeing that these programs are really helping with that, keeping individuals in their homes and communities. if they're released from the hospital and are recovering at home within the first 30 days, the percentage of folks that end up back in the hospital for a readmission is very high. And these programs show that if they are under the care of a mobile integrated healthcare program, they can oftentimes stay out of the hospital during that 30 days with all of the help that they're getting. So
absolutely.
We're very much looking forward to this bill continuing to move. We're going to really work on getting it a hearing in the House. It passed the Senate 49-0, and so stay tuned.
Yep, it's good stuff. Encourage everybody to go back, get to aarp.org/in and find that video, Healthcare the Hoosier Way. Check that out. I think it's also up on our Facebook page. Encourage all, for those of you watching at home, I don't know if you can scan that QR code real quick. I don't know if that's even going to work. I'm just holding stuff up of the camera. Or you can just go to the website and watch it there, or onto our Facebook page, also there, facebook.com/AARP Indiana. So yeah, well, Amber, I think that's it. Legislation we want to chat about, right? Am I missing it?
I think it is.
How about that?
I didn't realize we were already done. Wait, let me just do a quick double check. Yeah, wow, that went fast. Yes. Oh, I do. I think we already said this, but you may not have it to put up on the screen. But House Bill 1059, which is the Advanced Practice Registered Nurse bill that we have talked about in the past, because the committee deadline already happened, that has died.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yes, unfortunately. Oh, you do have it. Okay.
I do have it. Yeah. See, look at that. Look for those of you that are watching and know usually what's going on. Dan's on another assignment. We forgot to say we were missing producer Dan today. I have the con, as they like to say, if we were on a nuclear submarine or something. So I'm running this kind of thing behind the scenes, and putting things on the it's kind of fun. But I think Dan is better at it, so we will let him do that again when he returns.
But Dan is doing great. He is not on vacation. He is actually
not on vacation.
No, he is on a work trip.
He's down in Evansville with friend of the show and colleague Addison Pollock. They're actually filming. It was the Habitat for Humanity. As you guys may be aware, we sponsored a Habitat build down in Evansville, and today, as we're recording, they're doing a dedication, and we're filming some things and doing some interviews. It's gonna be cool. We'll maybe premiere some of that footage, or show some of that footage. Maybe not premiere it, but show some of the footage here on this show, maybe at some point in time. A little teaser.
I think that would be awesome for folks to kind of know and highlight different things that we're doing in our local communities. So
because it lines up with our housing advocacy. So it's all.
And JT, there's on our website, there's a blog about it, isn't there, or no? Yeah,
there should be some information there about our efforts there. So you can just go to aarp.org/in. I'll put it back up on the screen. You know where to go. Those of you that are listening, pull off to the side of the road. If you're in your car, get on your phone, check it out, or just wait until you get to wherever your destination is and check it out. Well, Amber, I appreciate you taking time out of your vacay to do this and keep the people informed. We'll be back at it in the normal ways next week. Get ready. And then we also, if you stick around after the credits, if you will, or actually don't even after the credits, it'll probably roll immediately afterwards. We did a little short, kind of quick 1-minute thing of what it would be like if session was halftime. We are at halftime of session. If this was like halftime of some sort of sporting event, and we were talking to the coach on the way into the locker room, on their way in to talk to their team before the second half, because that's what we will be doing going forward. So a little fun thing. Hope you enjoy it. I know that Amber enjoyed it a lot. It's probably the most fun she's had doing this show.
I think you're talking about yourself. So
look, I had a good time. It was fun, and I appreciate you humoring me to do this little bit that we have coming up here. So I encourage you all to stick around and watch that. It's not going to take much time. Those of you that are listening, come back and watch it later. And then, So with that, Amber, anything else we need to do? Anything else?
No, just we will continue to keep you updated because it's going to be another fast and furious 3 weeks because session is, I mean, we really are on here. So 3 more weeks and then we're going to be in deadline week and then session's going to be over. So hold on because it's going to be an interesting ride.
It is. And what's great about February is that it's only 29 days this year.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, 1 day extra. I guess I don't know if it's unfortunate. Whatever. It's February. January took so long. I was just excited about less days. So, well, Amber, enjoy your time. Make sure that you wear sunscreen and do all that stuff that you're supposed to do when they're in the sun. But have fun. And we will see you next time on the Legislative Director talking about legislative things. Until then.
Coach, how do you feel the first half went?
Well, Amber, I think it was a good first half, strong first half. We came out of the gate strong. Real pleased with the effort that I'm seeing out there. Had some legislation that's moving forward, and that's all you can really ask for.
What do you think about your team's effort thus far?
I can't say enough about this team. They're just a great group. There's no I in this team. The chemistry is great. They get the issues. It's more of a family than it is a team, and I can't say enough about the great effort that they're putting forward. They're really putting in the work, dedicated to the craft of pushing legislation through, and I just can't say enough about how great they are.
Excellent. What are you looking to do in the second half?
Look, we're going to keep on moving forward. We're going to keep on swinging. We're going to keep on advancing the ball down the field because all that matters is that we just have to get this legislation through to the finish line, but we have to get through to the finish line, which means we got to keep on moving forward, all gas, no break, and we also got to play some defense, though, because that defense wins championships. And so we're going to try to keep on going forward, and we're going to go until that gavel falls at the end of the session.
Excellent. Thanks so much for talking to us today.
Thanks so much, Amber. It's great to see you.